Okay, Ms. Jones and Mr. Burleson, if you can both turn on your microphones and turn on your video.
Good afternoon. This is call number 2022-01405 in the interest of Carrie Burleson and Lyric Jones. All parties and witnesses, please raise your right hands to be sworn. You solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, ma'am, please state your name and your relationship to the children.
My name is Ashley Jones, and I am Kyrie and Lyric's mother.
All right, sir, your name and your relationship to the children.
Did you hear me?
I'm the father.
Ma'am. Sir, say again your name and your relationship to the children.
I am Corey Burleson, and I am the father to Kyrie and Lyric.
All right, and representing the Attorney General State of Texas.
Luis Regla.
We have an original petition and suit affecting parent-child relationship. We're having a hearing. Is that correct, Mr. Regla?
That's correct, Judge.
Do we have any stipulations?
Yes, we do.
All right, please read those into the record.
Yes, thank you, Judge. The parties have agreed to, first of all, a trial amendment to change Lyric's last name to Burleson. Parties have agreed for joint managing conservatorship, geographic restriction, pickup and drop off at the Nordstrom's at Willowbrook Mall, standard possession order, father to carry health insurance and dental through his employer, non-disclosure in favor of the mother, but they agree to maintain a phone number to communicate about the kids only. We're approaching on the issue of retroactive support, and there's stipulations there as well, that in this year, the child support would be $475 per month. In 2021, father's gross income would have been $55,500. In 2020, his gross income would have been $49,000. And we're approaching because the father disagrees with having to pay any kind of back pay in child support. The other topics have been stipulated too, however, other than retroactive support.
All right, let's proceed. Is this your understanding of why we're here today, Mr. Burleson?
Yes, sir.
All right, and is this your understanding, Ms. Jones?
Yes, sir.
All right, then let's proceed.
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Burleson, going straight to the contested issue. We've gone over your income from January of 2020 through today's court date, and the math before taking into account what the mother agrees you've given to her. Retroactive child support would be $19,832 minus credit for the $500 would result in a balance of $19,332, and you disagree with having to pay any of that. Is that correct?
Not any of it. Like, if we could come to an agreement on a certain price, then yeah. But for the most part, yeah, 19,000. Yeah, I disagree on.
And you've given the mother child support since January of 2020.
I haven't given her child support, but I've taken care of my kids to the best of my abilities.
Okay, how does that equate to $19,300 in child support?
How does taking care of a child equate to 19,000? A 2 and a 3-year-old.
Yeah, that's my
That's
question.
what I'm saying. So how does it equate to 19,000 when part of the time my son stayed with me? I mean, well, we lived together at one point in time, and even the time before that, like my daughter was I was paying my mother to watch my child while we were both at work. You know, like, I did stuff. I'm not saying I'm the best father in the world, or I gave all this money, but whenever I got paid or I had money, I did what I could do. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know that you could put a price on what I do for my kids. Like I've been in my kids' life since day one. Like it's not like I haven't been in their life. They don't know me or none of that. So
Okay.
that's why it's bothering me when it's $20,000. Like I do what
Well,
I can.
let me clarify my question then. Since January of 2020, you haven't given her monthly child support, is that correct? Dollar amounts, cash
No.
money. Okay. The children have not lived with you an extended period of time.
No,
You didn't pay for the mother's like rent, daycare bills, car notes, household bills, any of those things since January of 2020 through today's court date.
no.
Okay, Judge, I'll pass the witness.
Mr. Burleson, you said you lived together for a period of time. You mean since January 2020, you lived together?
I don't remember the exact the time frame that we lived together. Like I don't remember that because it was years ago. But we were living together, and I do believe it was around that time because I had a.
Have you lived together in the last 2 years?
Oh no, sir.
Okay, that's what I was asking. All right. Miss Jones, do you have any questions for Mr. Burleson?
If we come up to an agreement, it's not for the full 20, and I feel like I'm going as low as 10. Like 10, I think is suffice for 2 kids. I mean, you got to think about it.
You're
I
asking,
paid daycare.
hold on. You're not asking him any questions, but you're making a statement.
Yes,
That you think $10,000 in retroactive judgment would be acceptable. Is that what you're saying?
yes, sir.
All right. Is that acceptable to you, Mr. Burleson, instead of 20?
Even with that $10,000, interest is getting. Even if I'm paying that monthly, interest is. I'm still getting behind because its interest is building up, right?
Oh, so what do you think that you should pay for retroactive child support?
I don't know. My thing is, I don't know. She's asking for 10, but I'm saying, like I'm trying to explain to her, like that 10,000. If I don't have it, it's just gonna keep building up to more and more and more and more. Like she's thinking that okay, yeah, you're gonna pay it off over time because it's just gonna add more child support monthly, but if I don't pay that within a certain amount of time, it's gonna continue to increase. So it's like I'm steady putting myself in a bind because I still have stuff that I have to take care of over here.
Okay, sir. So you don't think you should pay any retroactive child support?
No, I do. I told her. I said I do between. I'll even go. I said 5,000. I'll even say 7,500 or something like that. Something that I know I can just pay off like real quick because I can try to get a second job or something to try to pay that. Like it would be hard for me to try to pay $10,000, especially with interest. From what I was explained from I forgot his name, Luis or whatever. Like interest is still getting added on to that. So yeah, it's $10,000, but if I don't pay it in a certain time, it's still going up.
Right. Okay. Ms. Jones, do you have any further questions of Mr. Burleson?
No, sir.
All right, Mr. Regla, call your next witness.
Yes, Judge, I'll call the mother in this case, Ms. Jones. And
Yeah.
Pam, is it true that since January 2020 through today's court date, the father hasn't given you child support? Is that correct?
That is correct.
Kids have not lived with him for any kind of extended period of time?
No, sir, they have not.
He hasn't paid any kind of household bills or anything for you since that time either?
No, sir.
And Judge, I'll pass the witness with that.
All right, Mr. Burleson, do you have any questions for Ms. Jones?
No, sir.
Anything further, Mr. Regla?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, court awards the retroactive child support judgment in the amount of $10,000 to be paid at the rate of $125 a month beginning September 1st, 2022. All other stipulations are approved.